Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Ferdbird, the nerd, trying to sell a little something new this time. I got a new camera, and it works out a lot better than my laptop camera. But we'll try and we'll get this market report done for you guys as soon as possible. If you do like these videos, hit that like button, subscribe, tell a few friends about it. Join our Discord. We're trying to grow the Discord, talking about comic books, video games, stocks, everything in between, crypto, to try and help garner this community. And I appreciate everyone's support for the past couple of years. We may go live again. I keep saying that in 2025, but we'll see. But yeah, let's get on with the market report today for comic books. Yeah, I'm kind of bullish on comics again. Not totally bullish. I mean, I think it's come back to kind of a fun kind of range for collecting, not so much trying to flip. Some of the data here is going to be contrary to that, but you're getting new people into the hobby, like video game collectors, obviously, with the new Marvel game coming out, and it's reflected for once into the comic book genre as well. So we'll take a look at some of these guys here. So first off, Mark Spears, Monsters, the Wolvie variant. This book took off last week. I had this was my actual first pick from all of the games here, or sorry, from all the covers. I thought it was the best homage. It's creepy. It's got Wolverine, the Wolverine homage, Hulk homage, whatever you want to call it. And I think it was perfect. If you actually read the comic book, this is like perfect for the story as well. So on to the next. Oh, sorry. There's multiple sales at $70. So it seems like right now the floor for this particular book is 70. Now the one to get is obviously the Bride of Frankenstein, but I think this one just is like, it speaks more to the actual story, which I think that's why it's getting some love here at $70 a pop, man. And this one's listed on my eBay account, so I'm not. It's just by chance, like you take opportunities when they come about. So we'll check it out. Swordmaster, now another Marvel game or character that has kind of taken off a little bit. I don't know about the actual Swordmaster first appearances because they're pretty high buy-in, but if you are specking on Swordmaster, if you're having these copies, I think this is a one to either hold on to or to buy and invest in if you believe in Swordmaster, which a lot of people don't. And it's obvious in the sales. People are dumping Swordmaster variants fast. This one is issue 3. It's a 1 in 25. Not a lot of stores order this book because it's a third issue, and Swordmaster didn't really take off, unfortunately. But listings for $30 plus, that's held the floor there for quite some time. So we'll see. But I have like 4 copies of this. I bought them in multiple price ranges, as high as 50, as low as 15. So not a lot of people know about this book, but me being a Swordmaster fan, I think it's pretty tight, and it's a ratio that you could get for basically ratio. Now, you guys remember Evangeline #1, or Evangeline in general, being optioned a while back. And when the news came out, these books were going for like $25 to $30, and I didn't believe it. So I went out and I actually got one for cover price, and I ended up giving it away on one of my shows. But here's the deal with indie books: don't do it. $38 for a 9.8. It's a tough 9.8 because it's a chromium book as well. $5.50 for near mint. That's really bad. I mean, that's basically cover price, and it hasn't kept up with inflation if you're an inflation guy. So don't spec on the optioned comic books, because it could take 2 to 3 years for this to come to fruition. Wait, if you really are speculating here, you just can't help yourself. Wait a few months. Just wait. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But 9 times out of 10, these books just falter after the news comes out. If you have the books, set it for $1 on a Sunday. That way you're not taking advantage of the market, and just see what the market does. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to get your money. Witchblade #25, the Speckle variant. Now, this is an older book from like the late 90s. I think this has 2 things going for it. It's a ratio. It's a issue 25, and it has arguably Michael Turner's 2 best drawn characters ever. You got Fathom in the background. You got Witchblade. And $94 for 9.8. This is my Michael Turner pick of the week, and I'm going to do them every week just because I really think Michael Turner doesn't get the love that he deserves. And I'm reading the new Witchblade, and it's pretty good. I really enjoying it. I guess they're gonna introduce Jackie Estacado in the next one, aka the Darkness, in issue #7. So if you want to relive your mid-90s childhood, pick up the new Witchblade. It's pretty good. Before I get into the next one here, I just want to give a quick shout out to everybody in the channels and just continue your support. I'll try and do these shows as much as I can when I have the time. But if you guys do me a favor, click that like button. I think the last video we had only had 25 likes, so trying to bump that up to 30. Join the Discord. I'll put the link in the chat, or I'll put the link within the story or the bio description, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, join. There's no cost to do it. We're never going to charge for it. I think going forward, I really doubt we would want to or even be able to. So just a growing community that we just want to try and conserve your money there. Next up, it's the Jeff-verse, #1. This, again, another Marvel video game spec hotness, FOMO, whatever you want to call it. There's another version of this that's going for I think 50 to 60, but I think this is a good value if you can find it in the wild. I picked up a couple copies when I was at my local LCS. This book came out in 2023. It's going for $20 near mint. Last time I checked, I think it's a cool cover. It's fun. You're gonna find it in the kits section of your comic book store most likely. But yeah, I think Jeff has staying power. Parents can't talk bad about him, and it just kind of has that Grogu kind of effect. But instead of going for the first appearance, I think this is a better value if you are specking on Jeff for the long term. But me, myself, I'm not really specking on him. But he's a cool character. No hate there. Bring it back to kind of old school Spawn 174. This was, I don't think this was any hype via any spec value as far as option news, or he's going to come to, a cartoon or something. But I think he'd be really good if he was a cartoon character. $600 for 9.8, which if you're a Spawn collector, I think that's a better deal than getting these Todd McFarlane signed issue number 325 exclusive, blah, blah, blah. These are low print. They're tough at 9.8. It's a strong B-level character. I honestly can say that. I think the other, obviously, good Spawn book to get is #1, 9.8 signed by Todd McFarlane. But if you're a true Spawn fan, you're going to pay $600 for this. And I think if I talk to any Spawn fan, they're going to be that's worth it to them. So, and again, lower print Spawns going forward. This cover really does it for me as well. Imagine putting this up in your, your den or your collector's kind of area and talking about it. I think it's a great cover, and the art is just amazing. So, happy hunting out there. It's tough at 9.8. And this one was just kind of a cool cover, I thought. You can interpret this as Peter Parker or Miles. Obviously, it's Peter Parker, but kids are going to say that's Miles all day. But I think it was really well drawn by J. Scott Campbell. It's a J. Scott Campbell exclusive. And I found 9.8 signed by J. Scott Campbell for $98, which I thought was for a Spider-Man book, for J. Scott Campbell, and for autographed and in high grade. J. Scott Campbell sends these out in perfect condition anyway, every time. But I thought this was kind of a cool buy. One of your, I don't think it's going to drop in value, but I don't think it's going to go up quite a bit. But it's a beautiful cover in itself. And I actually have this not signed, but kind of cool. Next up, this is the last one for the day. Ultimate Comics All New Spider-Man. This was a book that I think doesn't get enough love as far as prices are concerned. A lot of people go for the variants. There's a ton of variants for this cover. There's even a newsstand out there that's going for $3K asking in a 9.6. But this kind of reminds me of the end of the newsstand era. And if I'm thinking newsstand versus UF4, I'd rather go after this because it's essentially Miles' second appearance in all of comics. And it's his first ongoing issue or first ongoing series. So you have that as well. But yeah, 9.6 went for $100, which I think is a steal. This is really hard to get 9.8 for all you 9.8 snobs. But if you're not a 9.8 snob, 9.6 for $100, I think for Miles' first ongoing series, his second appearance, and a tough 9.8. I think that's a really good deal if you're a Miles fan. Stuff's been kind of quiet with Miles for quite some time. The comic's not doing very well. I just think it's kind of boring. There's not a new video game coming out because it came out last year. There's no new movie news. There's no news at all. So I think this is a good opportunity if you are a Miles fan, not so much a speculator, but a fan, to pick up some Spider-Man Miles comics on the cheap. There's a lot of focus on DC with Superman coming out and with Creature Commandos coming out as well. There's more, there's more concentration on Invincible from what I hear and from what I see. And Miles, I mean, still out there. He's going to be out there for a long time. So anyway, well, that's your show for the day. I want to thank everyone again for all your support, and I'll keep trying to do these videos. Hit that like button for me, subscribe to all your friends, and we will see you next time. Today, I'm going to be on Tales from the Flip Side, I think at 6 o'clock. So join in. Good peeps, good people over there. They also have a pretty cool market report. I think it's better than mine, but hope you guys enjoy watching the videos, and we'll see you next time. I'll do a video game market report for you guys later this week. All right, take care. Peace.